Here's an interesting one for you: job hopping. Is it good? Is it bad? And is it killing your career prospects? If you stick with me today, we're going to look into what job hopping is, the pros and cons, and spoiler alert, there are quite a few of each, and why job hopping is now so popular. We're going to have an objective conversation, and then I'm going to give my opinion on whether or not it's damaging your career at the end. So what actually is job hopping? The career trend which sees individuals moving on from their roles very frequently, typically every 1 to 2 years. And why does this happen in the first place? Mainly, it's down to employees being dissatisfied with the career prospects in their current roles. Additionally, with the cost of living increases, everyone's a lot more salary conscious. Talking about why people choose this trajectory really feeds nicely into the next part, which is the advantages of job hopping. First advantage, and we briefly touched on this, is faster career growth prospects. If an employee is not happy about the progress opportunities within their current organisation, in this competitive labour market, another employer may see the skill set and experiences that this employee has gained as very beneficial to their company and may even offer them a senior post or a route into management. In some organisation, progression opportunities only present themselves when a senior colleague leaves or if there's a restructuring. This, of course, can take some time and it's not even a given, so an employee may be spurred to look for a senior position or a promotion elsewhere. Another advantage is faster increases to earning potential. Data collected by the ONS suggested that those changing their jobs could expect an average of a 9.5% pay rise, whilst those staying in their current role might experience an average increase to their earnings of only 2.9%. Another advantage is the varied skill set gained from this trend that a lot of employers may see as a positive. Experience in lots of different environments may be beneficial to an employer, particularly if they're in the tech space. Recruiters in the tech industry typically look for multiple companies on a CV before they engage with someone. Working in multiple different businesses will allow one to gain lots of different skill sets, lots of different experiences working with certain systems, for example, and this will likely be beneficial for both the employer and the employee. Okay, so we've talked about the good, now let's talk about the bad. If someone is going from job to job and progressing very, very quickly, it is likely that they will stagnate at a given point a lot quicker than those who stay with a company for the long term. What I mean by this is if that employee hasn't had enough time in one company to fully develop their skill set and fully learn the workings of their role, it is likely if they go to another employer who's offering more cash or a progression opportunity, they might not necessarily be fully prepared for that jump. Additionally, those who reach the top of their career path very quickly may not feel that they've got any further progression opportunities and they may feel less fulfillment in their roles. Especially if they get to this point very early career where they've got quite a few years left to work before they retire at this kind of stagnated point. Another disadvantage is that a lot of employers still see job hopping as a negative. This means that having multiple different experiences on your CV very quickly may be detrimental to you if a hiring manager is not very keen on taking you on board. They may have concerns about their return on investment if you're going to join the business and then leave very shortly after. The problem here occurs when you're looking for that next step up and a hiring manager is acting as a blocker because they don't want to take you on board and risk it. Another disadvantage is the psychological toll that this trend has on an employee. They are in a constant cycle of starting a job, leaving, transitioning to a new one, leaving, and so on and so on. Again, we kind of talked about the whole fulfillment thing earlier, but those who are leaving constantly and moving to a new place may struggle to find fulfillment in their roles because they've got used to this trend. A report conducted by Michael Page in 2023 called Talent Trends 2023 studied 70,000 professionals around the world. Of this, 2,000 respondents were based in the UK, and 86% of the UK respondents said that they were open to new roles. That's a massive figure. So why has there been a massive increase in those looking to move their jobs? Employees in the past were expected to stay long-term with their business, kind of this mutual loyalty where an employer would look after them and an employee would return the favour by staying put and not going off to a competitor. There is an argument, however, that employers are much less loyal. Just have a look at all of the layoffs that are happening in the States. Of course, companies are going to have to make people redundant at some point, but when you look into those layoffs, a lot of the time it's due to profit and not so much because they really have to. There are different employment laws, of course, for different areas, but it's an interesting one to have a think about. This, of course, has made employees more prone to moving as they feel less valued in their roles and more disposable. Also, technology improvement and development has made a massive difference on the labour market. Those potentially looking for a new role or dead set on finding something different have thousands of opportunities available to them at the tap of a button through the different job boards online. People can receive notifications and emails when new roles become available, and that is instantaneous. Gone are the days where adverts in newspapers or posters were the main forms of advertising for roles. Employers now have a lot more opportunities to attract talent. Okay, so we've looked at both sides. Do I think that job hopping is killing your career prospects? Maybe? Sorry, I know that's a really annoying answer, but having looked at both sides, there is merit to each argument here. I think when we say that it's killing your career prospects, we're talking a lot about the stagnation and the fact that hiring managers may be a little less susceptible to taking on someone who's got a lot of different job experiences, but it also has some merit in the sense that you can get to that higher point typically a lot quicker. While I've left you with a very annoying answer on my end with maybe, I'd love to hear what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Of course, everyone has lots of different circumstances, so I'd ask you, if you are going to comment, please do be respectful. But otherwise, I hope you've enjoyed the video today. If you have, please do leave a like and subscribe for more content. It's the best way to motivate me to keep making videos, and I will see you in the next one.